Let me ask you a really sensitive issue. This goes back to the article you wrote so many years ago. Remember?
Well, tell me what it is.
Missions, missions, and masturbation.
Oh, yes. Almost got me fired.
I remember that.
I had a woman stop at the door at the end of that, took me by the hand, she looked in my eyes, she said, "You're sick." You know what she said? She's one of my parishioners. "You're sick."
Well, it was an article that you wrote, I think, to directly strike a blow at the guilt that was disabling people from moving forward with their life.
That's what it was, yeah.
In the greater cause of missions and Christian service. And I've never forgotten the title. I got the main point. I couldn't remember what you said. But today, what would an article or missions and abortion say? Because we're 35 years past that article, and the sexual upheaval and the abortion becoming routine, and everybody's acclimated to it, leaving half the people, even at this conference, probably having a direct struggle with their sexual sin and abortion. What would you say to them today?
Yeah. Not unlike what I said before, two things come to mind. One, the reason the gospel exists is not just to prevent abortion, but to save abortionists who've killed babies, moms who've fallen for the lie that this would be a better way forward, husbands or boyfriends who have encouraged the taking of the life. The gospel is about rescue from guilt. It's about rescue from the punishment of sin, and not just the prevention of sin. So there is hope. We have the one message in all the world that has the power to stop it at the front end and forgive it at the back end because of what Jesus has done. And so I would say first, this blot on your life is real, it's deep, it's ugly, and so are 1,000 other blots, and Jesus came into the world to save sinners. Paul said, "Of whom I am chief," and he meant I had killed Christians. That's what it says in Acts 9. He was breathing out murders and threats against Christians. So he had this blot on his life. It always made him feel like, I'm the worst of sinners, and it made him soar with gratitude for the grace of God, and it empowered him in the cause of saving lives. And so I would say, this is the second thing. God is able to take the worst of situations and use them for good. The story of Joseph, he gets sold into slavery, and he's 13 years heading down, 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 and suddenly he's the vice president of Egypt, and you say, oh, now I understand my horrible life. And I just would love to see women and men who have succumbed to the sin of abortion find cleansing and forgiveness, and then out of that say, okay, God, is there a providential reason why you let Paul go through Christian killing on the way to apostleship and me go through abortion committing on the way to what? Some kind of apostleship for life. Now, yeah, God is sovereign. That's what he does. He takes broken-hearted, sinful people who've done the worst of things and says, I've got a plan for you. It's like Peter, just before Jesus said, you're going to deny me 3 times, which is about as bad as it gets at the moment when he's being killed for Peter. You're going to deny me 3 times. And then he said, I've prayed for you. When you turn, strengthen your brothers. Like, you're already planning the use of this denial at the front end. That's our sovereign God. So I have prayed for you, and I will take your killing your baby or 4 babies, and I will make you an advocate that will be the most powerful, beautiful remainder of your life you could have ever dreamed.
Which is what I think the pro-life movement at its best has produced, an army of men and women who have testified to their regret over abortion and their commitment to move it forward, the cause of life. Our time has run out, so I think we'll end there. But John, thank you for being an advocate for life. And,
Well, thank you, John and Scott, because what you both do is very significant. I'm thankful.
well, we are not through yet, and we'll
Amen.
continue to press on and gather strength as we go from others and bring it to the next generation. Let them take it forward. So thank you again. Thanks, Scott.
What?